So this video is an MPC Live 3 Mini Sampling Masterclass. I'm going to be making a beat from scratch, just using samples. I just want to do this unedited, no edits. I want to show you guys the full process of me making the sample beat on here. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is load up some drums. This can be any drums. I'm just using some drums from Drum Broker. So I'm going to hit load right here. I'm going to go to places. This is wherever that you have your drums saved on your MPC. I have it in this flash drive right here or in this SD card. Let's just use some Beat Butcher drum kits. So I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to do one shots. I usually like go into breaks. I do have a sample already loaded in here. I think for this, it just would sound a little bit better with just one shot. So I'm going to hit kick. Let's go through some kicks on here. This one sounds good. So, I mean, there's a bunch of kicks in here, but I'm just going to choose this Bosch kick right here. So I'm going to hit load to pool. Then I'm going to click this button up here. The file, this button right here brings back, it brings you back into the file option that you had previously. I'm going to choose snare. Let's see what a good snare. So many snares in here. Kind of looking maybe for something a little light. Let's use this B light snare. So I'm just gonna hit load to pool. I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna do hi-hats. Let's see what we got in here. Let's choose this gob hat. That's fine. So I'm gonna hit load to pool. So what I personally like doing, I click those in, load to pool. There's definitely different ways how you can do it. I like just hitting the load to pool. I like going through the sounds, hit load to pool, hit sample sign. And what I'm gonna do, this kick right here, I'm just gonna drag this over to this pad. Now we have the kick on this pad. Then I'm gonna do the snare on the second. And now I'm going to do the hat right here. And that, honestly, that might be something I'm just going to record in. So I'm going to go to main. I'm going to make sure that full level's on. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to record the kick and the snare first, and then record the hi-hat last, but turn full level off so I can get some velocity on it. So for this beat, this is all personal preference too for like the tempo. I personally like slower beats, probably around 70 to 80 BPM. You might find like 80 to 90 will work for you, but let's do like 83 for this one. And I usually just, I mess with the tempo, but I think for this one, if you watch my previous videos, you know I'm going to end up just turning it down. But we'll start with that and see how it sounds. So let me see, I got this. So I'm probably just going to do. And I want to record this one after this. So what I'm going to do, let's just play it. I want to make sure the bars are good. We could start with 2 bars. We might actually extend the 2 bars, which is fine. I'm going to hit the tempo right here and turn it off, or the metronome. Yeah, I think for this beat, this will be fine. So I like how the metronome sounds, so I'm just going to record this first in. So I'm going to hit record. And before you start recording, make sure the metronome is enabled. Sometimes it's not, and you just have to go here, hit on. So let's record this part in here. cool. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn off full level and I'm gonna record. I'm just gonna record some hi-hats in there. So you can just hit overdub, hit play start, and it'll start counting down so you can record. And know what? I'm gonna stop that real quick. I'm gonna add a little bit of swing to this as well. The easiest way to add some swing, I just want to add swing to the hi-hat. So I'm gonna hit the TC button right here. I'm just gonna turn this off for now. And what this is gonna allow me to do is just record the hi-hats off grid. So it's gonna give it a little bit more swing. You can do it with time correction on. Again, all personal preference, but for this, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of swing. So hit overdub, hit play start. That's cool. So let's play it. And I'm gonna turn this metronome off. So there's some edits I do want to make. So I'm gonna go to arrangement, hit this grid. I'm gonna bring this one over a little bit, the first hi-hat. So I'm just gonna use this highlight tool, select it, bring it over a little bit. Since time correction's off, you can really you have more control of the nudge. It's not gonna snap to the grid. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm honestly gonna take this part out. I'm gonna take this hi-hat out. So I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna hold shift, hit delete, and I'm gonna bring this hi-hat over a little bit. So if we play it now. And one other thing I want to do, I want to change the velocity for this first one right here, for that hi-hat. So I'm gonna select it, hit velocity, then hit the, I believe this button right here. No, hit that button. So you just want to hit this arrow button. It brings up the velocity. I'm just gonna play it. So we need to bring up this one right here. I believe with the pencil pad, you could just select it, and from right here, once you hold it down, once you select that note, it's kind of tricky, but you just got to select it. Let me see, I just had it. Let me go. There you go. It's kind of tricky, but once you get it, you can kind of slide it up and down. I'm just going to put it right here, and now we have this. Cool. So something real simple, especially for this sample I'm going to be using. It's got some open hi-hat elements in it, so I don't really need a lot for this. So I'm going to go to sample edit right here. And this is the sample that we're going to be using. I'm going to just pitch it up a little bit. And this is it right here. So that's the sample, really dope sample. Side note, if you struggle with finding samples, I'm gonna leave a little guide down below. It's $20. I just give you 20 sample sources where you can find samples. If you're interested, click that. I show you all a bunch of YouTube places I go to and just tips and tricks where you can find samples. But yeah, so this is it right here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna chop this sample up. So I'm gonna hit the trim right here, and I'm gonna hit chop just to start the first chop right there. And I'm gonna bring this over. And what I like doing is just zooming in. You can also use the Q link to adjust this. Just make sure it's on the first one right here. So now if I play it, plays that chop. So how I want to chop it up, I'm probably going to do one 1/16 chop. So like dun 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 dun. I'm gonna do that. And the reason I'm doing that, again, this is my own method. If you watch my videos, I know that you can warp samples in this. This is just how I've been chopping my samples, and I'll show you why I do that. So let's start chopping it up. So we have that. So I want to just, I'm just going to adjust the chops a little bit. And mainly I want it to adjust to where it's hitting like the drums. So like right here, it's hitting some hi-hats. That one's fine. And you could use these Q links to adjust it a little bit. This one we want back. Bring this back. Same with this. You can use any of these knobs. I like the second one's my favorite. Especially if you got close to the chop, you just gotta nudge it over a little bit. That's good. So let's hear how it sounds. That's good. So I'm gonna hold shift, hit convert, hit do it. And I'm gonna go, let's hear how it sounds with it now. I'm gonna make sure to turn full level on too for this. So I'm gonna go to edit. I'm gonna turn the semitones down. And I think originally it was at 4, so I'm gonna do -4 and maybe do -6 just to detune it a little bit. This part right here I'm gonna edit, so I want it actually a little closer. And you could do more edits right here if you want. For this, like, this is all personal preference. Like, of course you want to like chop it up a little bit. I usually like chopping it up and then kind of loop in bar or something. So I might do something like, for right now, we'll just do that. Just when I make beats, I just think of like a rapper on it. I don't want it to be too crazy. And honestly, a lot of the beats that I make right here, like it's an idea, and then I might come back to it, do more chops. So again, there's just like a little mini masterclass for you guys, just for chopping samples. This part is all you on what you could do. Whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? I'm just showing you the way I do it. So let's play the drums. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna go to mixer. I'm I'm actually gonna turn the sample down. So I actually might do that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna extend the drum bars. So let's see, it's at 2 bars right now. I want to do this 4 bars. So right now it's on 2 bars. If you want to extend the whole sequence, hit this pencil and then hit double length, and now it's 4 bars. And what that did, if I go back to the drum track, go to arrangement, before it was just ending right here at 2 bars, but now it extended it. Now the more that I'm thinking about it, it has like, all I really needed for this was the kick and the snare, and there's already like hi-hats and open hi-hats in it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn down the hi-hat that I recorded in here. So I'm gonna hit mixer twice. So I'm gonna hit once and then again, and if I play it, you can see this is the hi-hat track. So I'm gonna keep it in the sample or in the beat, but I'm just gonna turn this down. I'm just gonna turn it down. Yeah, I'll still have it a little bit, but if I go to main, go here, go back to my sample. Now if I play it, hear how it already has the open hi-hat, and all I really need to add was a kick and a snare. So let's record something in real quick. So I'm gonna hit record. Turn the metronome on. I like that part. I'm gonna go to edit, go to global. I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit. I want to hear what it sounds like. This. Yeah, I like that. So what I actually might do, let's go to main. Let's go back to this drum track. I'm gonna turn off full level. I might add some ghost notes in here. Here it has that ghost note right there. So I'm gonna turn the full level off right here so it adds a little of a bounce to it. And I'm gonna, oh yeah, time correction was actually off. So now if I go, I'm going back to the sample track. I'm gonna go to arrangement. Okay, so I just noticed that this was off, but sorry, I was just kind of like going back and forth. But pretty much with this, I want time correction to be off for the kick too, because I want it to have more swing. So let's add some ghost notes in here. So I'm gonna hit overdub, hit play start. Let's hear how that sounds. Yeah, that's cool. Just added it to the first part, and then towards the end it adds it a little bit. Just gotta turn it down to 80. If you watch my videos, you know I end up turning it down. So let's just do that. So I like that part. So now what I want to do, I want to add a second sequence to this. So what I'm going to do, So this is the first sequence. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy over this sequence right here. So I'm gonna hit this pencil. And then I'm gonna do copy sequence. And then I'm just gonna put it in the second sequence because it's empty. I'm just gonna put, you can name it whatever. I'm just gonna put 2, hit do it. And now if I play it, it's the same sequence essentially, but what I wanna do, I wanna go to the sample and I wanna actually erase all this. So I'm gonna go to the arrangement, hit this. You can hold shift, hit select all, and then hit delete. And now it's just the drums playing. The reason I want to do that is so now I can go to the second bank. That's the bank where we had these chops. So now I want to add that in there. I'm actually going to do full level. And I might adjust this part right here. Just going to bring it over. I really want this to start right here. So now if I play it. So what I'm gonna do too, this, you don't have to do this. I'm hearing that this second pad sounds louder. Sounds louder than the first one. Like a little bit louder just because it has more elements. So I'm gonna actually copy this pad right here and make it its own and turn the volume down a little bit because it's a little bit overpowering. It's just gonna be easier to do this than going down to each individual pad. I'll show you. So I'm gonna go to mixer, hit it again so it shows this, and I believe if I just hold on this or double tap it, let me see. No, okay. So you don't do it like this. So go to main, make sure that you're on the sample chop right here. I'm gonna hit pencil, and I'm going to hit duplicate track, but not duplicate with events, because it's gonna copy with all the MIDI notes. And I think even if we deleted them, it might be there, but just to make sure, we're gonna do duplicate track right here. So now if we go to mixer, now we have, they're both the same pads, but I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit. I might turn it down like a dB or 2. And now if I do this, do that, and now I have to go here, hit A. Now if I do this, just it levels it sound wise, volume wise. So again, just another tip. You don't have to do this, but that's just something I noticed. I'm like, this is gonna sound louder than the first part, and you want it to be leveled. So I'm gonna go to main, and pretty much I'm just gonna record this part in. So now I'm just gonna, let's just record something now. So I'm gonna record. Oh, what? Sorry. I'm gonna hit undo. I'm gonna make sure time correction's on. I believe for the first one it wasn't on, but it still came out good. It sounded good, but I probably could have just kept it off, but just in case I want to turn it on. So let's record something then. Messed up. Do undo. I was trying to be too cute. Let's record that again. I'm actually gonna record that one more time, because this part was way too loud. I'm gonna hit undo. I'm just gonna do that part in there. So let's record it one more time. Now we have that in there. So now if we go back to this sequence, now go back here. So now we have those two sequences right there. So for my beats, I usually like keeping the same bass in the sample. I know you can add your own bass and stuff. I want to teach you guys the simplest way just to make sample beats, you know, at least for this first little mini masterclass. So what I personally like doing is just using a plugin. So if we go to mixer right here, so this is the sample 1, this is sample 2. My camera actually cut out, and I think it cut out this part where I just renamed it. It could have not, but not edit that part if it's the truth or not. But yeah, so this is for sequence 1, this is for sequence 2 pretty much. So what I like doing is just going to insert right here, and I use the air enhancer. And honestly, the only thing I really do is just edit the low gain part right here. And I'm going to bring it up. This sounds definitely better with headphones. So if you do have headphones, use headphones because you can really hear it a little bit better. Cut this out. But just for this tutorial, I'm using the speakers and stuff, but I'm just going to play it. And you can really, if I bring it up, I can hear it on the speakers, but I'm going to bring it up to, let's say, 8 dB, and I'm going to bring this over a little bit so it's hitting more of the low frequencies. Let's just do 80. Let's do 880. So that sounds good. I'm going to go back to mixer, hit it again. And I'm pretty much going to do the same thing for this one because we duplicated this track for the second sequence, but they're not linked together anymore. So we'll have to do the enhancer over here too. This is, again, if you want to add more bass to your samples. So I'm going to do that. And it was just 8. Let me see. 8. And then 80 right here. Bring this down. So now with both parts, even if I just do, so there's the first sequence right here, and I'm just gonna change it so it goes to the second sequence. For this second part too, I could definitely hear it a little bit more coming through the speakers. But yeah, just like a really quick way, I like adding more bass to the sample, especially if it already has bass in the original sample. For me personally, I just like that. I like having it sounds more natural, you know? Like with the thing with my beats, I really like adding a sample. I try to find a sample with some bass in it. Maybe some drum elements. This one had more drum elements than other samples I usually find, which is fine. And then I find like a drum break. You know, I want everything to mesh good with each other. And me just saying that, I'm noticing the kick is sounding a little bit loud in it, at least from the speakers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to mixer. I'm going to hit pan volume. And I'm just going to turn the drums down a little bit. Maybe like a dB or so. And you could tell how much dB you're going down. You can see it visually. And you can see it like the numbers right here, right below here. Like right here, it says negative 1.95. So I'm just gonna play it. So that sounds good. That's the second part. That's the first part. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, there's just like a little mini masterclass for sampling on the MPC Live 3. Just wanted to show you guys. You know, it's definitely similar to my older videos, but I want to make more of these series for you guys. But let me know if this helped you guys. Let me know if you guys wanted to see something specific. Again, check out the link down below. It's a guide, 20 sample sources for you. You know, it's pretty much give you like YouTube channels and like little tips and tricks how to find good samples. But make sure to like that. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe for more. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.